Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid close to Bral.
Hi, I'm Dakami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an Elven Wild Mage.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Mortar. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grey Space.
Hey there, I'm Zach, and I play Lafdul Moonglade, an Elven Special Priest and Thief multiclass from Realm Space. His gimmick of being a Mischiefmaker is reinventing one's title or descriptive oneself every week or day or however. And his current title is the Energetic Embroiling Evacuee. Tell you what, there is a lot of EE descriptions that are really useful and apt for the situation.
Yeah. And thank you for those bits, Anghammarand. For viewers who wish to give the players a little bit of a boost, 500 bits will get the player or Dungeon Master of their choice a reroll. Currently, Braxon, Finn, Ockar, and Lafdul have 0. Leva and Solas have 2. I only have 10. So you know where to send them. So we left off last time. The party did finally manage to confront Maritzo in the alleys behind Bellis's shop, and it resulted in a bit of a conflagration right there at the end. So we are picking up right afterwards. Everyone has fled. Solas has been blasted and barely survived, tumbling around the corner and missing out on part of the blast, but still quite singed. Quite singed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're picking up right away, and the flames have definitely caught hold of these buildings nearby. Solas, you said that you wanted to try casting Ice Storm. You're going to have to wait because you did just get blasted and you're in pain and stuff like that.
I imagine we all heard Solas, well, I guess, scream for being burnt alive.
You definitely saw the fireball.
Can Braxon use the wand that extinguishes fire from the street, or does it have to be done from above?
As long as you can see the flames, you can use it, and it's an area of effect, I believe.
And okay. Depending on how much you extinguish.
Yeah.
Are you going to be using charges or not?
Oh, I probably. I don't know. If it's magical fires that use charges. I'm more interested in not having Bral have massive fire and everyone dies.
So you're right around the corner, so you can definitely run back and use it.
It says charges are used for magical fires. Large non-magical fires uses 1.
If you want to cover a big area.
Yeah.
Oh. Hasted Laughter wants to see if Solas is alright. He would be heading back.
So, Braxon, you're running around the corner and just using the wand?
Yeah. Braxon's going to use the wand. He's going to go get out of the way. I can put the fire out.
Okay. Alright, so that is going to use a charge. Alright.
Yeah, it says normal size.
Yeah, this is not a normal size.
Fire. Yeah,
this is like a whole house fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, normal size is basically a campfire.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Alright, so you can go ahead and get your token right there. Alright, so with the fires extinguished, you can now survey, and you can see that Solas is flat on his face, around the corner. Marzo right here. His corpse is completely incinerated.
Not surprising.
You can hear Watchmen already shouting to for the fire brigade, but
Fire. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It's just watchmen with buckets, isn't it?
I mean, it's everyone with buckets.
Oh. Is that actually a request? If a fire starts out, you're expected to help?
If you're
I would
near
think
it, yeah.
it'd be a hue and would think it'd be a hue and cry thing.
So, like,
Yeah,
I mean,
if
it is in everyone's best interest to put out a fire as quickly as possible.
If you are asked to join into the bucket chain to hand out the buckets to put out the fire, then you have to join, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how the hue and cry laws used to work over here.
The exception would be if you actually have a better way of doing it, and you actually do that, and they can then be like, retroactively be like, okay, you didn't obey the law, but you actually did a better job, kind of thing. So, for example, if you enlarged yourself, hasted yourself, and literally were just carrying like barrels of water to the point and hurling them on, and that might be a situation where they're like, okay, you personally did not need to join the bucket brigade because you had a better idea, or you had a better plan, better way to do it. Most people do not. All right, but with the fire put out, the fire brigade is no longer necessary. However, the watchmen are going to start gathering up anyone who appears to have been part of this, and some more are going to come in from the other way at the same time. So, unless you guys are going to like be trying to hide or something like that.
No,
I ain't hiding.
I don't think we are. It's not the ammo. What have I grabbed? Can it fit in my pouch?
Can
I hide it somewhere, basically? Or is it too big to hide?
You grabbed a pouch of some sort.
Oh. That's going in a backpack, I guess. Knowing what happens with magical pouches, it's not going in my pouch.
All right, so you're okay. That's where you are. All right, so you're slipping that into your backpack like right away.
Yeah, I gotta sorry.
Like right away.
Yeah, more or less. Once I saw Braxon put out the fires, and no immediate cry for like, oh, he's dead or something.
Okay.
I mean, couldn't you have just put it on your belt?
No. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna.
Braxon's,
my backpack.
while Lafdul is doing whatever he's trying to do sneakily, Lafdul's going to look for whoever's in charge.
Okay. The one in charge did get affected by fear, so if everyone could collect up around Maritsu's corpse.
Okay. Well, who's
it's still there?
Who's second in charge?
You'll see once you are gathered up, because more groups of guards are going to be coming over.
If I can find a guard, I can cast resist fear or remove fear.
Solas
assume he's ran off.
He ran off, but like you would have to go off searching for him, and you were in you went in the opposite direction of where they ran off to. So
yeah.
Solas basically crawls to his knees and starts praying to Ogma.
You seem to be quite saged. How's it taste? Your medicine.
Solas isn't paying any attention to anyone else. He's just praying.
Right. I will heal him as he seems distracted, considering how nearly dead he is.
All right, you can go ahead and get a healing on, but the guards are going to be they're going to need answers, so they're going to be a little bit rude about if you're kind of blocking the path there and praying.
No,
and stuff
I'm
like
just
that.
I'm just gonna say I'm
Solas,
just
Solas.
gonna heal him.
I'm not blocking the path. I'm basically kneeling in next to the wall.
Let me rephrase. If you are not standing up at attention as they gather you up so that they can find out what the heck has gone on, then they're going to kind of rudely prod you until you do so, or forcibly lift you up to your feet.
Nah.
So Lafdul, if you're healing him...
area that they
Oh,
are
is
gathering
that D10?
Yeah, I healed him for 6. So he's less on death's door.
It didn't actually roll for me on screen. Can you roll again? Not to change the thing. Just roll a die.
I see that.
That went on. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it.
Yeah, it rolled for me. I saw it.
Okay.
As tempting as it is to stay in bear form.
Yeah,
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
I think Finn should.
So they're
gonna
be very confused. Some of them might have caught that one of you changed form, but then not quite processed it, and they're gonna be telling you to keep your bear pet under control, or we'll have to put it down.
Oh no!
I think
We can
Finn's
barely
just gonna
contain
turn
ourselves.
And face that one,
I think
and then
Finn
change
should.
back.
Well, I guess that means you're under control. Well, now, while someone in charge comes, quickly, who amongst you is in charge of your group?
Yeah, Braxon's going to step forward and say, "My name's Braxon Miacc. We are the Company of the Broken Sword. When you get a moment, we heard screaming from the streets from the north because this creature here that attacked us sent 2 of these fire-breathing creatures to the street to the north. So you might want to have some people check to see if anyone there needs assistance for injuries."
So you could already hear that guards were coming in from that direction.
Okay. The other thing is we've been in discussions with somebody in the palace, so you might want to send a runner at some point because they will probably want to come down and verify that this creature is actually defeated this time. This is the second time we've attacked and killed this creature.
Creature, kid, mage.
It's an enemy of Bral.
Understood.
very
Understood.
dangerous.
So this one of them will walk over and just kind of like nudge the incinerated corpse with his foot, and it is pretty thoroughly incinerated.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's anything valuable on it? Just out of curiosity, I'm glancing over it as everyone's looking.
Nothing that's intact. There's some melted metal and stuff like that on his on his body.
We probably don't want to cast spells now, but do you have?
I do have one.
You got your spell for talking to dead people.
Yeah, I have one. I have it memorized.
Okay, well let's.
I could even do it right now.
Hold on, no spells until someone in charge can come.
I heal my companions.
I'm sorry?
I just asked the guy, can I heal my companions? You can see their injuries.
Yes, of course you can. Now, while we wait, so this creature, what was it? Do you know?
From what we understand, he is a wizard who, through some means, had gained a kind of immortality that turned him, that reduced his age back to that of what appears to be a child. We had fought him before a few years ago, where we had gotten the Bralian military in the Bralian guard to jettison him after we defeated him, after he kidnapped some women in Chowtown.
He kidnapped my sister.
Yes, and he had come back seeking revenge, as jettisoning him did not kill him. And he had attempted to work with a merchant in the town to get revenge through legal means, through suing us because of some accidental damage to the merchant. But what's important is that this wizard has been trying to hunt us down and get his revenge. And he had finally taken his move here and now to try to kill us.
Yeah, he helped to trap us. We found where his base was located. We made it undesirable for him to return there, so
Yeah.
he was stuck on Bral.
This has to
We
do with the blocked off Bellis's shop. We saw that someone bashed out the door there.
Yeah, he trapped it and lured us in there. We kind of figured he might be using that as a temporary hideout. But the place was trapped and basically set up for us to kill ourselves and for him to finish us off out in the street by the looks of it.
Yeah,
And
make
he
sure
was.
All right, well, the
one more
details,
trap downstairs.
the details will wait for a captain.
make
we need
sure
to know
none
right
of your
now
people-
those flaming reptiles that blasted fire. Those were yours or that?
He summoned them.
He summoned them.
All right, and this conflagration was also also responsible.
He set it off when he set it off as a contingency for if we were able to take him down.
Yeah, it was kind of like, if you kill me, well, I'm going to take some of you down with you, kind of deal.
All right. So shortly after you've conveyed this, more guards will show up. They're trying to get things in hand. One of them will be a captain. We'll ask you to reiterate all of that. He'll give out some orders to the other guards, things like that.
When we go over it, Braxon will say, make sure none of your people go into Bellis's shop because the traps in there might be fire bombs.
They were all lightning as far as I knew, but I mean, there's one still in the basement that I know of.
Yeah, but they're still traps that are lethal.
Yeah, they might kill people or start fires. So
all right, we'll set up some guards on the front and back entrance and get someone from the Fireball Alliance down here to resolve the issues.
Solas mentions to the captain that if captain has already heard about the creatures that possessed people here, that this mage that we fought today was allied with them.
All right. Well, it seems like you were fighting for the benefit of Bral here. And this creature that is now dead is the one responsible for the damage. I will need you to accompany me to the lower magistrate just for a formality.
Okay, we're a bit worried. I'm a bit worried about this creature finding a way to come back, because it's come back before.
We just carry it with us. I mean, if it comes back to life, we'll kill it again. I mean, it's not going to be in perfect fighting shape, one would assume.
Before we do that, can I make a request?
Yes, what?
Can we cut off the wizard's head just to make it even harder for him to pop back up if he really is immortal?
So do you want to, why don't you examine the corpse then first? You can do that.
I'd like to examine it. And
Oh, because...
Yeah.
Lafdul, are you going to do so too?
I'd ask him if I could examine it, and then if it looks like it might regenerate or something, if I could cut off its head.
All right, Lafdul, are you going to as well?
Yeah, since I'm familiar with regeneration.
All right, healing proficiency check, please.
Huh?
Healing proficiency check, please.
Can Solas also examine it?
No, because there's not that much space.
I'll just roll a d20 for the minute. Figure out what I got. That's a pass, I know that.
Yeah. All right, so, yeah, Lafdul and Ockar, nothing's regenerating from what's left of Maritzo. He is truly and completely incinerated.
Well, hopefully that means he isn't going to come back to a clone or something, but...
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's basically nothing left of the body. Like, a few pieces of charred and broken bone, and that's about it, and they are charred.
Okay.
I mean, it could be resurrected. I mean, it's not outruled, but unless he paid for someone to do that to him. Oh, who knows? I don't see it as a current threat.
And
Well-
what is your pickpockets check, Lafdul?
It's really high, actually. I think it's like 95 or 100.
This is more of a player thought than a character thought, but I can just imagine what kind of magical items could be crafted with using bones from sharp
Was it?
bones from
Yeah.
immortal.
Sorry, I'm just
Immortal,
adding up.
not just
80,
wizard.
90, 95.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you were able to surreptitiously like paw through his former possessions, and they're all completely destroyed.
Oh,
Whatever he had still on him is ash. Ash or slag.
Hopefully you grabbed a bag of holding or something.
yeah, I think I did.
So the Watchmen will say that they'll also get some people here to clean this up. A lot of
Can we,
work is
like-
going to need to be done to repair these buildings, though. You can tell.
At a glance, does it look like shape would help at all?
No, I need new boards.
What about the stuff inside the shop that I know of? At least at a vague glance, memory, trying to recall.
I don't think
blasted
shape
apart.
wood. I don't think shape wood is going to help much with the damage inside Bellis' shop.
Would it reduce the cost?
Not really.
Alright.
You could disarm the trap, mechanical trap permanently with shape wood, I think.
Yeah, you might want the trap,
Or,
you know.
or set it off.
I mean, right now, I'll mention to the guards there's a trap on the stairs. It's been disarmed mechanically by putting a weight in it, to stop it being pressed down.
Yeah. They've already like got guards on the doors. They're not going to go in.
Finn will turn to the captain and say, I know of a spell that could set off all of his lightning traps safely. It will nullify the effects of them.
Well, the Fireball Alliance is paid by the Crown for this sort of thing, and there are contingencies in place should they mess up that are not in place for if you mess up. You understand?
Of course. I would need until tomorrow to prepare the spell anyway.
We will leave it to
If
the
you would-
Fireball Alliance. That is what they
I
are
was
here
going to
for.
say, if you just mention it to them,
I can definitely
if they
do
would
so.
like the assistance, I would be happy to provide.
I will do so. Now, come with me down to the lower magistrate. We need to make sure that everything is cleared up and all the forms
Okay.
are filled out.
Let's go.
All right. So, you guys are going to be escorted down to the lower magistrate. Mostly as a formality, you are going to be charged a single fine of 50 gold pieces for disturbing the peace.
Each or
No,
as a
total.
company?
That's as a company. So you guys are ending up here, by the way.
Oh. Yeah.
But otherwise, you're basically, it'll take about an hour for them to, like document everything, get everything taken care of. But given the testimony from some of the other guards, including the captain who has now recovered from the fear, Bjornmolf will also find you on the way, having recovered from the fear. On exactly what happened, what they saw, and stuff like that, they will definitely conclude that all of the harm was caused by Maritzo.
Did anyone come from the palace?
Not to see you.
Okay.
We've been made aware, which is the point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
messenger has been sent.
Oh, did we take Maratsu's corpse with us, or has it been left there, or what?
It was left under guard, waiting for some people from the Fireball Alliance to come and dispose of it.
Oh, I would have well, because I would have brought it up. Well, because the conversation was brought up there that I can't question the corpse today. If we have, well, there's a chance it'll confirm some things.
According to the way the guards see it, the way the watch sees it, there's nothing needed to confirm on their part because he caused all the harm.
Yeah, Braxon.
No, but we could.
I
Braxon
understand that you guys might have an interest.
No,
They
could play it by saying that we could confirm how he survived last time.
Yeah, Braxon will stress that this guy came back from the dead before to attack Bral again, and we need to confirm that he's not going to come back again.
That's why I sent for the Fireball Alliance to dispose of the body.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Fireball Alliance knows what they're doing.
Well, there are spells.
You're saying we don't?
There are spells to talk to.
No, I'm saying that sometimes we should just rely on the guard and the organizations that they work with.
There are
Fair
spells.
enough.
There are spells to talk to the dead spirit, and if we can talk to the dead spirit, we can confirm with that spirit that it's not coming back.
You can't actually confirm with the spirit that he's not coming back.
Oh, we can't.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
The spirit doesn't know of the future.
Well,
Yeah.
wait. We could, if the spirit doesn't show up.
He technically would still be alive then.
Well, we could surely we could ask the dead spirit what contingencies it made to come back from the dead.
No. What I'm saying is, if there is no spirit that shows up, that means that he's still alive somewhere. You get my point?
That's
yeah,
true.
I get that. That does make a good point.
Or that his spirit, for some reason, has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could
but
be.
it would give us an idea, and if his spirit does show up, that means that we've killed him, at least for now, and he's not going into alternate bodies or something.
Well,
Well,
the
anyway.
guards think about this. We're mentioning this
Because-
amongst ourselves, I guess.
I mean, when
I'd bring it up. I'd argue. Well, it would tell us if
He is dead.
if he's actually fully dead, or if he's come back alive somehow. It
The-
would be
the
an
guards-
immediate confirmation.
the guards, as far as the guards are concerned, he's dead. And they have
I
left
think
up
you have to-
anything else to the Fireball Alliance. So if you want to do something with this, then they're basically take it up with the Fireball Alliance.
I'll recommend it to the Fireball Alliance later then.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're done here, you can go back to the scene of the crime and see if his corpse is still there and try to speak with Dad.
Fair enough. That's probably the best way to do this.
Yeah.
We'll just go back later.
All right, so they will be pretty satisfied that you were not directly responsible for anything, and you were actually working to, prevent more harm to Bral. That ice storm that was cast will go a long way in your, goes a long way in your favor, because having basically immediately put out fires, even to your own detriment, says that you were more concerned about preventing greater harm to Bral than, obviously, the villain.
I mean, if it had come to the point that Solas would have had to make choice of preventing harm to innocents or killing Marutsu, Solas would have chosen to save innocents. So even if it would have meant that Marutsu would have run away.
All right. So with that taken care of, you are released after they've gotten your full statements and gotten the official ruling
Solas
it
would
is-
cast a few healing spells if possible.
You can go ahead and cast healing spells on yourself. Like, you can just...
I'm casting these two to Leva.
Oh, okay. Alright. So you can also do what Lafdul was doing and just type it in chat.
Okay.
Finn also did it. So.
Yeah. Alright, so it is getting on towards evening by the time, or late afternoon, by the time you're done. So what do you guys want to do?
There are also temporary healing potions. I think someone used one, but I didn't mark down who used it.
Should we go talk to the body before they destroy it?
In all honesty, I expect the body to be gone at this point. But we can head over there, you never know.
Okay. So, is that what you guys want to do?
Oh, someone
Yeah.
memorized Cure Critical.
No, that was 3 cure moderates.
That's what Braxon wants to do. I don't know about everyone else. Finn might want to go back to sleep since we woke him up. What's everyone want to do?
Yeah,
come
let's
Solas,
just go back to the scene of the crime and see what's there, and we decide from there.
All right.
Any objections? We'll put it that way.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So you do make your way back to the alley behind Bellis's shop up here.
Lafdul's
And
keeping a surreptitious eye for people spying on us, because I know it's another Thieves Guild territory, so I'm looking up on the rooftops and stuff, looking
Alright.
around. I'm trying to be subtle about it, but, you know, you can only be so subtle.
so that is the Halflings Thieves Guild district. You do not get the impression that you are being especially paid attention to on the way. But when you get there, you're pretty sure there's a couple halflings around there who are like gathering information to find out exactly what happened for the benefit of the Thieves Guild kind of thing. You know, people akin to who Samara has under her.
Did
her
I
thumb.
learn who her equivalent was by name?
No.
No.
They work really hard to keep who they are quiet outside of their...
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do they come and ask us for money in our location?
I'm sorry?
Money?
The halflings. The halflings. Do they make the company of the Broken Sword pay protection?
I think so. I don't remember who I said if it was them or the Yakuza in your area.
No, it was the Yakuza for the shop.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I was just wondering if it would be people we recognised.
I mean, every Thieves Guild's going to be looking in this area, most likely.
Uh-huh.
Because
I know. No, it's just if it was our people, Braxon might talk to them, but if it's not our people, Braxon wouldn't talk to them. Or be less likely to.
I mean, like you, the people who collect for your protection money tend to change because it's like the lowest level people tend to be the ones. All right. So you get there, and there are guards on the shop. Things aren't quite back to normal, but repairs are already beginning on some of the worst of the damage. At least to make sure that the shops and houses are livable and usable and that kind of thing. The corpse itself is definitely gone, but there is still a black scorch mark, and there is still some debris there. You might be able to find a piece of the corpse there. And there's definitely a few... As you went around to the alley, you did see that there were a couple wizards speaking to the guard. They're obviously from the Fireball Alliance, and you'd guess that they're working to take care of the traps inside Bellis's shop.
I'll look to Lafdul and say, you see if there's anything left here that you could use. I'll go talk to the wizards.
Healing proficiency check, I guess. Yeah, I don't have like anatomy or anything. I'm pretty sure it's success.
There's definitely a piece of bone still left. Charred bone.
Would it work knowing that?
Maybe.
Alright.
You could cast a spell and find out.
I think it's better to just talk to the wizard and ask if they
I mean,
grant us access to the body.
I'll walk over to the wizards and say, hello there, my name is Ockar, Paladin of Tyr. I was one of the people that was attacked by the wizard that caused all this mayhem.
Okay, just real fast before I get to that. Lafdul, do you want to surreptitiously pocket the piece of bone?
How big is it? How obvious is it? How many
No
people
more
are
than
looking in my
palm-sized.
direction?
It's no more than palm-sized.
Oh, so like
It's-
a half-broken femur or...
It's
tibia or
difficult to
something?
say exactly what it is. It might actually be a piece of the skull.
Sure, I got 95.
Okay.
So
I actually wasn't going to roll. I just wanted to make sure that, see if that's what you wanted to do.
yeah, sure.
Okay. One of the wizards turns to you, Ockar, and says, yes. So you are responsible for this mess, huh? He says, obviously with a bit of a joke to it, so he's not actually blaming you. Gives you a bit
I'll
of a
laugh them
smile.
and say, well, trouble seems to follow us around.
Yes,
Especially-
you adventurers seem to do that. What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to ask if you were able to figure out anything through your own investigation of like what was left of the body and everything. Since this wizard that attacked us has come back from the dead before to haunt us again.
Well, the palace has actually taken possession of the corpse. It did seem like they might be planning some sort of interrogation of it using magical means. Don't know the details myself, but it was a
Makes
great
sense.
deal of work and took many of our powerful spells. But we did manage to eliminate the magical traps still remaining in this shop here.
That's good. Do you have any idea how somebody could come back from being jettisoned like he was a couple years ago?
No, I mean, there's a number of possibilities, but without more information, I couldn't say which would be the most likely.
Are people killed before they're jettisoned, or are they killed in process?
So he
One would
was
assume.
believed to have been killed, and thus
Okay.
jettisoned. So from what you guys recall, like you quote-unquote killed him. He was quote-unquote dead, as far as you could tell.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't just that we knocked him out and jettisoned him.
Yeah.
Since that would have been really cruel.
Are there
Oh,
ways?
sometimes people are jettisoned alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I meant, because he could have just teleported. He doesn't die instantly, so...
Yeah.
When you don't die from the jettisoning, you die from being eaten by the scavers that chase after you.
Or asphyxiation.
Or,
whatever.
yeah,
I'll ask
running
if
out
he
of air.
knows of ways that like somebody could have like brought themselves back from like death.
Oh, I don't know the specific magics that could do it, but I do know that there are some magics that have been able to do so.
Would it leave like an echo of a soul behind if they were to like transfer into like a new body, for instance, or would there be nothing left?
It
Or
is
something like
unfortunately
Secret
well
Dead.
outside of my knowledge. You'd probably need to speak with a necromancer of some sort for that.
Fair enough.
I
don't-
focus
I
on
don't know much about magic myself.
I focus on the magics of abjuration. I am here amongst the Fireball Alliance to protect Bral.
Well, that is a very honorable pursuit. And hopefully, this wizard will not rear his ugly head again to cause damage to Bral yet again.
Indeed, indeed.
Or us, ideally.
Thank you. That's all I need to ask.
So, you'd have some other, like minor conversations.
Yeah.
He'd then ask you some basic details on what was going on, and you definitely get the impression that given what was built beneath Bellis's shop, it's probably not going to be Bellis's shop for much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll explain what I can. I'm not gonna really sugarcoat much. I'll tell him what I know.
And I'm fine with you
I've-
just like being very basic and making
Yeah,
sure that you
I'm
don't.
being
spill
basic,
anything.
a matter of fact, making sure he gets the facts, but mainly just for the questions that he's asking.
I mean,
Okay.
he's going to be so out of. Well, he's still got his gems and stuff, and he took them with him. But
Yeah,
I mean,
the
still,
gems
his
have
shop-
actually been. There's a dwarf in the dwarven section who runs a vault, basically.
They've
and
been put in the bank.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not a bank, but a place where people can basically rent secure storage.
So it's
kind of thing.
like a safety deposit box.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Also, Belus already mentioned that he was going to be switching places, so selling that place to the crown is not a bad idea from Belus.
I don't think he's gonna be selling it. I think it's gonna be
Yeah, he was-
repossessed.
I think he was renting it.
Yeah.
I mean, he would
okay.
they would not be so cruel as to just like take it from him without giving him any compensation.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because he's innocent in this all.
Hmm.
And Finn, suddenly remembering something, is going to look around for a bird.
Okay, what are you remembering so I know what kind of bird you're looking for and what you're trying to do?
Finn's going to cast Messenger to send a message to Feldric
Oh, right. All right.
to let him know that we've dealt with Maritzo.
Okay. Yes, you were able to spy a gullion flapping around.
Okay, I'll tie a
Uh,
message to its leg and send it on its way.
All right. Just basically saying
Sola-
that Maritzo has been dealt with.
Yes.
As best
Give
as we
give
know.
him that little bit of peace of mind.
Once it's pretty obvious that there's nothing left, Solas would go to the Temple of Ptah to visit Belus to inform him of the situation, and then go on to the Celtic Temple.
Okay.
I think we'd all go to Bellis and just basically say what his plans are based on,
Yeah.
he can. Well, he's got free roam with the city, I guess.
Yeah, Braxon to go to Bellis as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Same.
We go as a group, I assume,
All right.
unless someone's not going.
So you head over to the Temple of Ptah, and he is definitely looking better. You share with him the news that Maritzo certainly appears to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And Bella says, "Oh, that is quite a relief. I'm so happy to hear it. Thank you very much. If I can ever do anything for you, just let me know. It will take me some time to get myself set back up. I will need to review my books and find out
Do you plan
what has
on
happened to all of my
staying?
finances."
Do you plan on staying on Bral, or do you plan on leaving? Because I was thinking about setting up a shop in the is it middle or is it the up? No, it'd be middle city. And I'm not always going to be around, and well, you're kind of in that trade, as it were. I'm wondering if you're into doing a partnership or something.
I do plan to. Bral is my home, so yes, I do plan to stay here on Bral. Speak with me in a few days when I'm feeling a bit better and I've had a chance to go over my books, and we can discuss it.
Solas would also mention to Belus that he doesn't have to worry about basically selling forward his shop since Crown is interested in acquiring it.
Yes, they've spoken with me already that they plan to repossess it. That apparently that basement that was built is turning out to be quite a valuable piece of property.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is a big space under there.
Mm-hmm.
You might remember another particular element about it that might make it especially of interest to the crown.
Yeah.
But yes, Lafdul,
right.
speak
You
with me
can't ethereal through it.
in a few days. I'm sorry, what was that, Ockar?
You can't ethereal through it.
Yep.
Right. It works as a safe house.
Yeah.
Or a prison.
Yeah, I'll arrange a date in a few days if he comes by my shop, I guess, because our company shop, considering I don't know where he's going to be staying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'll say I'll check by every day at so-and-so time, so...
Alright. I mean, like, he'll still be staying at the Temple of Ptah for now, probably.
Yeah, I just realized it's going to complicate things on my feed schedule, I just realized, but I've got to run it by them, so... I mean...
you might be able to figure something out. I mean...
Yeah.
You might be able to get him to agree to let you use the basement of your new shop for stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so, do you guys want to, like, head back to your ship, wrap up the day kind of thing?
Solas is going to the Celtic Temple.
Okay, just
I'm
to
gonna go
pray
to
for a while before heading back to the ship, or is there something else that you're planning to do?
I'm going to be praying there and also donating. Since Solas is feeling joyous that he has gained revenge on his sister as a half, and going to donate 1,000 gold pieces to Celtic Temple.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the Temple of Tyr and bring my squire along with me so that we can pray and also tell of the grand battle and victory and kind of play up her role of it, helping deal with the hobgoblins and keeping Murzo penned.
They're bugbears, actually.
Yeah, the bugbears I meant.
Okay.
Braxon
Making sure
would,
that she can enjoy some glory on her first adventure.
Yeah. Braxon?
Braxon would stay in the Temple of Ptah, since it's his temple, and he'd do a bit of praying that that Marazzo's gone for good and not going to find another way to come back.
Okay.
Leva looks at the others and shakes her head and goes to the ship.
Okay.
She feels a bit weak too, still.
Having
some odd reason.
having lost all your spells,
Yeah, she
can happen.
feels unprotected for some reason.
I'll escort you back to the ship and then I'll head off.
You do
Finn's
have that
going
piece
back
of
to the
bone,
ship.
Lafdul, remember?
You do have that piece of bone if
Sorry?
you want to do something with it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Finn's
did I hear
gonna head
you,
back
Finn?
to the ship. Yeah, Finn's gonna head back to the ship because he didn't get any sleep,
Very
and he's
understandable.
gonna go take care of that.
Okay. So Lafdul, what were you thinking of doing? You said go back to the ship and then head off or something?
Yeah, I need to run by the Thief Guilds. Obviously, they're going to want to know an update of what happened, so
Okay.
I need to tell them. Give them the lowdown from a first-hand experience, rather than
Okay.
second or third-hand information.
Yeah, so they'll also say that this is good information. Now they can say that a member of their guild was instrumental in saving territory from the halflings from worse damage, because that's the thing is like the halflings did not protect these buildings that pay them protection. So they're going to have to pay out a little bit to for some of the repairs, too. So there's just a minor favor now is owed by the halflings to the juggler's men.
Alright, yeah, well, that's good. Obviously, I'd clarify a few things. I don't know what's in store for our company, but yeah, I don't imagine we'll be here for too much longer. But yeah, I'd speak to Samara or whoever, one of the higher up ones who'd be potentially overseeing if I was going to, run a shop. And obviously, I'll mention that I might have a new working partner, considering I will be away and he's already established within that field, and he has been evicted, as it were. So, I mean, let's make the most of an opportunity. I don't think he's in the know with the Thieves Guilds, though.
So Samara will say that she'll do some background investigation on him to make sure that make sure there's no skeletons in his closet other than the ones that you've already revealed. Which in and of itself might be something that the Thieves Guild could hold over him to get him to cooperate if he otherwise doesn't want to, kind of thing. But so what are you thinking on, like, what would your ideal relationship with Bellis be? That he runs the shop while you're not there, kind of thing?
Yeah, because I don't think he's a gem cutter, he's just a gem merchant, right?
Yeah.
So basically, he could be like the front of house selling stuff, and, I'd be the one cutting the gems when I get back every now and again, or, kind of beneficiary, like a co-ownership or something, I don't know. But I mean, the Thieves Guild, I think we're gonna own it, but I don't know how much money he's got, because we might just be able to rent it out between both of us, considering I've got a lot of money and he's got a lot of money. I mean, the initial reason why I didn't want to do it is because I wasn't going to be there. That's why I wanted the Thieves Guild to do it. But now this might have changed things.
Okay. And what is your ideal relationship between your shop and the Thieves Guild?
If they want to fence stuff off, I can recut stuff up and reforge it and to make it not that anymore.
So fencing and reforging, understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
yeah,
want to directly sell stolen stuff, as it were.
Right. All right. So they will do some investigation. If you want to set up an independent shop that is technically unaffiliated with the Thieves Guild, you would absolutely be allowed to do so. Like if the Thieves Guild isn't comfortable with Bellis, you could still set up a shop with him. But you would not, like, they wouldn't make use of your shop as a way of disposing stolen stuff.
Right.
And things like that. So, those are some options that are on the table for you.
Oh, do you mean? Yeah. Do you mean Lafdul would be better off if he had a minion that was working for him that was a member of his Thieves Guild?
I'm not saying better off or not. I'm just saying, I haven't thought through these things, so I need to figure out whether the Thieves Guild would be comfortable with Bellis or not. So that's something for the future.
The idea was to have a benefit for myself by owning a shop, because I sell stuff, but also earning a bit on the side by helping out the Thieves Guild, because they've helped me out. So, I can literally reforge and fence stuff, which is quite convenient for them.
Yeah. So basically, it's just a case of like, you can definitely set up a shop regardless of how the Thieves Guild feels. It's just going to be a question of whether it's affiliated with the Thieves Guild or not.
Yeah.
And I mean, it'll also come down to what Lafdul wants to do. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've kind of signed a contract with someone to sell most of my stuff off for a while. So that kind of annoyed me that game so much. I was like, no, you destroyed my plans, everything.
But he might not always want the stuff that you have.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the handy thing.
also, if you sell something that you got here, that's something that you can steal from through your store.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always try to specifically bring back things that you know that Falderic would prefer.
Yeah. I got to do some statue carving as well. So I
Okay.
needed to buy a load of 100 gold piece gems or something.
So is there anything that anyone else wants to do before they go to sleep?
No.
Alright, so you all eventually make your way back to the ship, get some rest, wake up in the morning. Keep in mind, for spellcasters who may have lost all of their spells, if you can't get them all back within 8 hours, you can only study for 8 hours, so...
Mm.
Or lava.
Mm.
So keep that in mind. Alright,
It's already calculated.
let me see. None of your stuff is done, except Solas, you were asking for research from the Seekers about Marotso and stuff like that, or his circumstances.
Yeah.
Do you still care?
Yeah.
Okay.
Braxon would have done one thing extra. He would have done those exercises he needs to do.
Right.
Sorry, carry on.
No, that's fine. At this point, I am going to just assume that you are, unless something happens that makes it very clear that you're not.
Yeah.
So, just FYI. Alright, so, Solas, you head over to the Seekers to see what they've discovered?
This is the next day.
Yes.
I'm also casting one mending on my clothing to fix them from the acid damage,
Okay.
if possible.
Yeah, that's fine.
And also rest of the first level spells I'm going to be casting mending on the glassware.
I was going to say, if you take a purified self, because that's the spell I taught you, that also helps restore your clothes. It's mostly grime and stuff, but...
I think acid damage is going to need to be mended.
Oh,
Acid damage might not be mendable, but it's just normal clothes, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Could Braxton use that magical pillow to get some hit points back?
You will be progressively healed by the people in the party over the next few days. I mean,
unless you guys put yourselves in danger, I'm going to assume that, over the next couple days you're going to get fully healed, because...
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You took care of Marotso. You took care of the of Falderic. You resolved him. You took care of the Yakman. I mean,
no, I'm just thinking that the sleeping gives me 3 hit points without anyone casting spells.
Right. My point, though, is that when you have multiple days of no danger downtime, I am perfectly fine just assuming that what needs to happen happens to get everyone back up to full hit points.
Okay, fair enough.
So, yes, if you want to... But my point is that, maybe you use the pillow, maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter. So...
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that we wouldn't get in another fight soon.
I don't have any plans to put you into a fight. I don't know about you guys. I figured now you'd want to have a little bit of downtime to start going over some stuff.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of things are actually going to be wrapping up in just a few days in terms of research and stuff like that. So
yeah.
So I'm fine kind of speeding up time to get to some of these. Leva, you had a question?
Yes. The pillar, and it cuts in half the time needed to sleep and memorize spells. Would that mean that, for example, Leva could memorize double the spells in the same time?
I think it just cuts in time the sleep time needed. Let me double check.
I must be the blanket that does double healing. Then.
No, the
blanket keeps the temperature.
Yeah, blanket was temperature.
So it's only 4 hours. You could split it half and half. So.
No.
Well, you see, if
well,
she
you couldn't actually.
If
no.
it's 4 hours, but she could actually use it will be twice 4 hours. Which would,
I don't-
in the end, mean that she could memorize double the spells, so she
No.
could memorize
No.
all of the spells.
What's
No,
a hard limit in
it
a
just
day?
changes the amount of time you need to rest. So you
Oh, so
only need to
no
rest
memorize.
for 4 hours, but you can still only study for 8.
I mean, you could ask Solas if he could lend you the thing to half
The what?
memorization time.
The lens of speed reading.
No, he's got a
my
thing.
amulet.
Again, you guys are going to be, unless you like plan to cast a ton of spells. Like
Mm-hmm.
the thing about the 8 hours thing is, again, like you're going to have 8 hours over the next few days. So unless you planned to cast like 10 or 15 spells this day, I'm not too
No.
interested in nickel and diming it, but I do want to point out that you're not going to have all your spells. So you might
Yeah,
want to
but-
focus on the ones that you plan to cast and just slowly get the others back.
Or she could do it in 2 days, meaning 16 hours in total. That's why I asked. Let's say if she had the ring, Solas's ring, would that work?
Amulet.
Amulet.
It halves the time needed to memorize wizard spells.
So does that make it faster, or does it let you learn more?
She could do 16 hours
It-
worth of memorization.
It's
tops.
it's just half the time. So first level spell that normally requires 10 minutes to memorize would be just 5 minutes.
Correct.
Hmm. But in the end, the question is still, could she then memorize double the spells? Or is it restricted to
You can
whatever it would be?
So you can. It's not about double the spells. It's about the amount of time that you can study. You can only study for 8 hours maximum. That
Mhm.
means that, like, you could, if you had the spell slots, that could be a whole crap ton of first level spells, or it could just be a couple of 9th level spells.
Mhm.
If you're having the time needed to memorize spells, then you can get more spells in that 8-hour period.
Okay. So she could continue for 8 hours.
You can always do
Memor-
8 hours. That
Okay.
doesn't change.
That's what I was asking. Thank you.
All right. Let me get back to my information. All right. So, Solas, you head to the Seekers.
Yeah.
After waking up, memorizing spells, blah blah blah, and they will inform you that according to their research, there are legends that if someone eats the flesh of a mermaid prepared properly, it can extend their life or give them immortality. That's usually what the idea is. But according to their research, there's no hard and fast knowledge on how it works, how it's properly done. And according to their research, there's a lot of danger to it, because if it's not done properly, the person is never the same again.
Yeah, the biggest thing that Solas wanted, if they were the potentials on how to destroy someone like this.
There's
So that
not
they don't
that
come
much
back.
concrete information, because it's all so legendary that it's basically just like,
Folk tales.
folk tales, and it's like, burn the corpse, cut off the head, bury them in mercury, like all kinds of things which like a lot of them are also like, well, yeah, that actually would work against regeneration, so it makes sense. Yeah, that would also work against regeneration, makes sense. Stuff like that.
101 ways to kill Lafdul.
Yes.
By Solas.
Does mercury work against regeneration?
Poison, isn't it?
It's more that if you are buried in mercury, as far as you know, the person would probably keep regenerating back to life and then immediately dying from poisoning again.
Okay.
That's a fate worse than death.
Or, like, it's the same kind of thing. If you are buried completely, not like in a box, but buried solidly, you just can't regenerate until you're exposed in a way that your body can repair itself, kind of thing. So yeah, it would be functionally death, but until a point when the body is revealed.
Okay.
An excavation, archaeology dig site 1,000 years from now.
Could happen.
In theory, would you age when you're technically dead?
No.
But not dead?
No.
Then Solas had one other thing that he is going to do today.
Okay.
He is going to take a few of the fixed glassware samples to Faldoric.
And let him know that that's what you're working on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's interested in buying that. Once I get all 100 ready, I would be interested in selling them on behalf of the company.
Did you have a price in mind?
No, Solas would make a few inquiries in the marketplace for what that kind of glassware
Didn't
might
we
go.
pay a fixed value for a fixed value of goods for that? Because that was what we were.
The thing is that Solas doesn't know what the fixed value of the goods were.
Yeah.
So, which is why Solas is inquiring the marketplace.
Faldoric will give you 1,000 gold pieces for the whole lot when you're done.
Okay.
Glassware, simple case.
Unless you can get me some better numbers.
7,500.
Oh,
that's
okay.
how much it cost.
All right, then he will give you.
The sample case is 750 though.
But this is the full case.
Yeah.
And
That's
this
what
was
we got as an
expensive glassware.
That's what I was asking for because I didn't keep that. And I had asked before, and no one gave me that information. All right, so he will actually give you 5,000 for it.
Okay.
Wasn't that the glass stuff that we got in the Elven sphere that got smashed?
We had to compensate them. Yeah,
no, we didn't
literally
compensate.
is that.
We didn't compensate, but basically they just told us that, yeah, this is your reward now.
No,
that was it. We lost the.
We bought it on a we'll sell it back for cost basis.
We loaned it.
And we
right.
took it on the
details.
basis
The
that if
details
we
don't
broke
matter
it,
anymore. The details don't matter anymore. Faldoric will pay you 5,000 gold pieces when you're done mending, and then you'll be done mending around the time you're ready to leave to do something else.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Finn, are you making note of that? Because you're the one that does money, so I can just write it off the sheet. If he's around.
What am I writing on again?
That obviously Solas is adding 5,000 to their company fund from selling the glassware.
And
I'm just taking care of the note taking now.
Yeah, taking care of the bookkeeping now.
This is one of the mandatory offerings for Faldoric that we had basically give the first chance to buy.
Yeah. So I'll write it off now, because is that all right, Finn?
Yeah, I'll throw it in the ledger now, and we'll just remember that it's not actually there until he's done.
All right. Yeah. Why have we still got the silk stuff? We gave that back, right?
Yeah, that was given back.
Yeah, and that can be deleted. I don't know why that's on there.
Probably because we never got around to deleting the entry.
Yeah, Braxon still got his ironstone on there.
Yeah, okay.
Did you check to see what is in that pouch you got?
I haven't said anything about pouch, but yes, I have it on my person.
Okay.
I'll go through that after the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Lafdul's chaotic neutral, and he gets XP for stealing stuff that he doesn't give
No,
back
no,
to the
no,
party.
no, no, no. I was just asking out of character.
I may end up giving it to the party. I don't know. It
Okay.
depends.
Yeah, I
on what it
mean,
is.
I'm not sure that the party is aware that Lafdul did
Solas
that.
is the
Yeah.
only one that was there that could have witnessed it, but he was casting a spell because he was reacting to a body blowing up. So I don't know if he was paying attention to that.
Probably
Fair
not.
enough. How long am I still waiting on my own research stuff?
You got a few days.
Okay.
So, is there anything anyone else wants to do that very first day after taking care of Maritz?
I will surreptitiously borrow the slate and identify the pouch, or at least get an idea if it's magical. Wow, detect magic as well. One would assume it is a bag of holding, but I don't know.
All right, so you're going to cast Detect Magic?
Yeah.
Okay. The pouch is not magical.
Oh, okay.
Well,
a spell component pouch.
I don't know. You haven't opened it up yet.
Yeah, I'll look.
You gotta specifically open things up and look inside if you want to find out what they hold. So it blows up in your face. No, so you open it up and you find an open-ended scroll tube, and there is a sheet of parchment inside there, and slipped in there as well is a wooden shaft of fir wood. And it is capped with a rainbow tourmaline held in a silver claw clamp. And also in the pouch are a number of prepackaged charges of smoke powder and small white spheres.
Nice.
I'm guessing those smaller white spheres are the frost ammo.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, what do you have detecting magic from things inside the pouch?
Yeah, I'll. During the break, can I get a copy and paste of what I got, or?
Well, right now, I mean, like, if you want to, I mean, I can give you the.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had it to hand to send me a message of the things in there, rather than me having to remember what you just said, because I entirely forgot that quickly.
Are you going to count the shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I count everything, put everything out, count it, probably put it back in afterwards.
All right, so that is, there's a total of 11 charges of smoke powder and 11 small metal spheres that are kind of chilly to the touch.
Oh, that's going to be magical ammunition.
Well, yeah, it's frost shot. I've been hit by it. Solas has been hit by it.
Yeah. Is that something you're putting in the party treasure, or something you?
I don't know for the moment. At the moment, I'm not disclosing it, but I may end up saying that. Yeah, I got something. It depends.
No, that's fine.
What
That's
is?
fine. That's fine.
Okay. So I sent it to you.
Yeah. I mean, being a rogue, can I identify a sheet of parchment if it was a wizard scroll? Because you said I can use wizard scrolls being a rogue, but how does it work mechanically?
I think you need to read languages. I'm going to say that you need to read languages successfully on it.
Oh, yeah.
Or be told what it is.
Oh, damn it.
Read languages is extraordinarily useful.
Yes, because I haven't been taking that skill specifically. Because if I'd known that I would need it for this, I would have been taking it. If I didn't, I guess.
I mean, most of the time, you just you let one of the wizards tell you what it is. So because they've read magic on it.
It is a wizard scroll, though.
Maybe. I mean, you can use you'd need to pray over it to see if it's a pre-scroll
or a protection scroll.
But read languages would work on both.
To be honest, I would have been taking a read languages quite often as a thief myself.
Oh, I would have as well.
Since it's
but
a huge utility skill.
I'm a priest. I can just cast a no languages spell, which is the problem. That's why I didn't bother.
Read languages
Right.
works on a lot of things, though, in addition to just...
Yeah, I know there's like I'm just gonna look something up a minute while this is happening.
You
I
could
probably put the rod on there to see what it does.
What
could
what
also-
is your read languages skill?
Well, it's like 10.
I'll take a look. Let me
Would
know.
a call upon faith help with that?
That gets you +3 or +15.
Yeah, for
So, yeah,
my
get you
next
plus
action
15.
within a minute. So
Yeah, it'll get you
if
plus
it's
15.
longer than. Oh yeah, I would have memorized that at some point now.
But I
The
need to know what
next
your
day,
exact.
so it'll be the day
spells.
after.
That's fine.
What language do you need to learn to read?
No, you need. I think you need the specific Uzid spell. I don't think there's a priest equivalent to that effect.
Oh, I see, a spell. Yeah, sorry.
Alright.
I'm trying to look up the read the no languages to see if it does anything for Uzid's magical script.
Huh?
The priest spell that I learned recently.
It does not work on magical writing.
Yeah, that's what I was confirming. That was all.
Read magic is read magic and higher level magic is like the only things that work. I don't think
Alright.
there's I don't even know if there's any pre spells that read magic. General pre spells. So what is your score?
Well, with call upon faith would be 25.
25. Okay. So you are able to work out that is a wizard spell scroll with the spell minor spell turning, cast at 12th level.
Right. That was unexpected. Now I'm going to have to put points into this. Now that I know I need this skill for this.
I mean,
Actually,
again,
I could-
like you can have a wizard cast read magic, tell you what
Or
it is,
another
and then give it to you.
thief from a Thieves Guild.
I'm sorry?
What about a high-level thief from a Thieves Guild?
I mean, I suppose you could pay someone to do that too.
Yeah.
But remember,
be
like
sure that they
read
tell you
read
the truth?
languages basically works on almost. It doesn't necessarily work on all magical writing, but like it works on symbology and glyphs and stuff like that. Non-magical symbology and glyphs too. You know, if someone is in a corridor and they mark something on the wall, you can be like, oh yeah, that means danger up ahead, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If it's normal writing of any sort, read languages will work on it, or has a chance to.
Out of game, do you either Solas or ever know the minor tell spell? Do you have it on the scroll in the book or
Which one?
minor spell turning? 4th level abjuration.
See.
I don't think so.
It's in one of the books.
You do have it, alright. Yeah, can I find out on the slate what the rod might? I can't remember. I got to read
was
up what
wand.
the slate
Wand.
does.
It was
Yeah,
wand,
just
not rod.
wand. Where is the
Yes.
slate? I need to find a slate. What it actually does, because I keep forgetting what it does.
It does some identification.
Identify magical properties. Has charges with punishes each day.
All right, so you place the wand on that, and it reveals that it is a wand of conjuration.
Oh, the one that Solas wanted. I assume it can only be used by. Does it say who it can be used by?
I have to actually look that up. Hold on.
Wasn't that? I imagine that was the thing that summoned the Hydras.
Yeah, I assume this is a wizard wand.
It's definitely wizard. I don't know if anyone else can use it. I need to check that. Unfortunately, that information is in the tables on the Dungeon Master Guide, not the item description. It's one of the things that I hate about where they put information. That is wizard only, yes.
Alright, so at some point when I find Leva and Solas in the library, I assume they're going to be in there at some point. I'd be like, before Maritsu exploded, I found this, and I throw a wand onto the table.
Well, Solas is definitely interested in a conjuration wand.
Are you telling them what it does?
I'd say that I forgot about it. It was in my backpack because there was a lot going on. Yeah, Lafdul's clearly lying, but he's
Are
trying
you
to
telling
play
them
off.
what it does, Lafdul?
No, I'm not telling him because that implies that I already knew about it. So
Okay, then Solas, you don't know that it's a wand of conjuration.
Well, we used a slate
Leva
at
is
that point.
yeah, this would be the next day, knowing that they may use the slate. So I'm trying to be careful with how I would have done this.
Yeah, Leva would be interested too. Let's do it.
So
Let's
since
use the slate.
yeah, it would have been the next day when they can use the slate. I mean, yeah, I know what it does, but
Okay.
so that would
So
be like the third day or something, I think. But
it's fine. It's fine. You put the wand on the slate again, and it does reveal that it is a wand of conjuration, and it gives you the command word Shirwar. I'll type that in.
I mean, I'm not going to hold on to things that I can't use myself, so of course I'm going to give it to the party. I mean, yeah, I could sell it, but no. It's more useful the party have it. Or the wizards specifically. I mean, Lafdul is selfish, but he's not too selfish. He's kind of like trying to strike that balance between being greedy and, the benefit of the group benefits me as well, so.
Okay, so
definitely
you two
been
are
leaning-
looking at the slate and seeing the wand. What do you?
Well, Solas
Well,
definitely says that he is interested in that this would be one that he would be using.
I mean, can anyone else use it? I assumed it was I mean, Lafdul's keeping up with the act. Is it a wizard wand, or is it an anyone wand, or?
It's wizard only.
Nothing I need to concern myself with then. Lafdul leaves them to it.
Okay, and
So do we roll off with Leva?
I don't know. How do you
Yeah.
guys want to decide?
Since both of
Let's
us are
roll.
interested in. Oh dang! My dice
Hello,
are
she might get
always
a 1.
against me.
Psst.
Nah, not.
If that rolls a 1, I'd be laughing in
There's
hysterity.
a 1 on the. There's technically a 1 on that dice, but there's also a 2.
A 2 would be a reroll for both of you.
Yeah, my dice are luck is always such.
Out of curiosity, I know this is a bit meta, but I want to ask it. Because Solas has the luck stone. Does that play into anything?
Actually, yeah, that would.
I know out of game what it does, but
Yeah.
I don't know in game. So I'm kind of like making the GM aware of something that should be in play.
Yeah, I forgot that he had it.
Yeah.
So that would get you that would have gotten you a +1 to your roll. So keep that in mind. Any roll offs, you get a +1
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Is it +1? Let me double check. Give me a second. All right.
Pretty sure that gives me better thieving skills as well. But yeah.
Yeah, so +1. It actually okay. Rephrase. So it's +1% to plus or minus 1% to plus or minus 10% at owner's option on rolls for determination of magic items or division of treasure. So that would actually be up to a +2. You could also do a -2 if you want it, but you want to give the other person a better chance of getting something.
Okay.
Or if we were going for lower. So.
Does it have other effects?
I mean,
If-
anything involving luck, it affects.
Yeah, I was thinking if that was the only effect, then I would get the handout. But if it has other effects that I don't know yet.
Yeah, saving throw bonus, I think. I'm not sure.
So you need to remember that it gives you good luck. So anything that's
Yeah.
luck related, keep in mind to ask about.
Okay.
I keep track of your items, but I don't always remember all of your items. You guys need to remember what you have, what is actually being used, what's in effect, that kind of thing, and ask if it has effect.
I'm sorry for metagaming. It's because I'm
No,
good at remembering
that's fine.
what
if someone
other
else,
people
if
have,
someone else
and
remembers,
I've got into trouble about that.
Right,
so.
but if someone else remembers too, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, that's fine too. Just keep these in mind, you know.
Yeah.
Like you should, like everyone should be thinking about all of their items at all the time, in terms of like, how can any one of these things give me a benefit in this situation?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And ask me.
that's true.
So,
especially if
there
it's
was a
something that you don't know all the details of yet.
Yeah.
All right, but Leva does get that wand. All right, so
Okay.
I will do that.
when it says charges of smoke powder, they're pre-packeted, ready to be shot out of a gun, as well. As in, like, you still have to load the gun, but
right. No,
it's what
it's
intended
just
for.
it's packaged to load into the gun. It doesn't make it any faster. It's something that you would have to do in advance for your charges of smoke powder.
Yeah, it's basically so that you don't have to start measuring the powder when you load the gun.
Right. If you have a wheellock pistol or an arquebus, and you have smoke powder, my assumption is already that that they're packaged that way. And if you you guys have barrels of smoke powder back on your base, if you go to there and get smoke powder specifically for use in your arquebus or wheellock pistol kind of thing, then my assumption is that you're packaging it up to be used as a charge.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to do it otherwise.
Right.
I
It
mean,
doesn't.
you could
That does
say-
not
you
advance.
could
That does not
say-
affect the loading of the weapon.
Yeah. Even if we said we was going to take a small keg and stuff, like you'd have to have all the
Well,
stuff.
I've got what I could fit as like a small satchel charge for the intent of like throwing it and blowing it up. And I had like 10 charges, the equivalent of.
I mean, you can also measure it out and pour it in from like a powder horn kind of thing and stuff like that. It's just that this is just the way that those are packaged. So it's not a big deal. It just means that it's 11 charges of smoke powder and 11 shot. So it's enough for
I think
firing 11 times.
I think sometimes GIF like to be paid this way as well.
Yes.
So we'd probably need to buy those things to give rewards to GIF.
That is up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do you guys want to do?
Lafdul's carving statues. He's carving the eyes into the unicorn thing.
Okay.
Well, I've got a question.
Yes,
no, go on, Braxon.
Yeah, Braxon.
My question is, was anything holding us here Because there was talk about going on to grey space. I think was there anything else?
Research.
Yeah,
Right.
I was waiting for the research and obviously this court case, and
Yeah.
now we've got to decide whether or not we're
I'm,
doing anything at our asteroid or getting better crew, etc.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
to hear
well-
back from the rest of my research, and I have armor that's being made that I need to pick up.
Okay, so it's not red. It's not the time to start.
We're not leaving
interviewing.
just yet.
Well, the
So
reason
you know.
the reason I asked is we'll have to get a new crew
Yeah.
before we can leave. So I don't know what the time scale is for us getting a new crew, but I guess Braxon could start interviewing people.
Probably less than a couple of
Uh,
weeks, if I'd imagine. Or how long do you need?
Paul, how
So-
much longer do you think I have until the armor's done?
The armor isn't going to be done for a very long time.
All right.
You got
So-
that's something that you will need to come
Month.
back. You will probably need to come back for, unless you're looking at months of downtime.
So I'll mention that I can leave after I get the research back, but the armor is gonna take a long while. It might be something I'll have to come back for once we're done.
Right. You're
What's
also waiting on
the-
the translation, the illithid translations.
Oh yeah, and the
Yeah.
illicit translations for Leva.
What
And
sort-
I'm waiting for a copy of a book and the spell scroll.
okay, so what sort of time scale have we got on those things?
I've got a few more days for the next stage of the research, like
Basically,
3 or 4 days.
when it comes to when it comes to most of these, they gave you a ballpark, but they did not give you an exact number. But you are looking at a whole bunch of stuff is finishing within a week.
Right. Okay.
So a bunch of it should be done within the week.
So I think we should. I think Braxton would need to start going looking for new crew now. Then.
Mhm.
And
start
you
the
might want to
process.
think about what kind of crew you want. You still have your GIF,
Yeah.
you still have your dwarves, but think about what kind of normal crew you want. Sailors.
Yeah.
Solas would suggest at least one group of Hurwaiti.
I'd
Yeah.
suggest maybe hiring some. We're going into a place that is particularly powerful in undeath, so maybe
Yeah.
putting that into consideration on people that you hire would be a good idea.
Yeah. We might need to hire a better crew.
Maybe clerics.
Yeah, clerics
Well, I-
cost
I
a
don't-
fortune.
I know.
Also, you
don't-
hire individual clerics, not groups of
Right,
clerics.
right. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know that we're going to hire space hands that are all clerics.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
true.
mean, at the moment we've got 3 helmsmen, 2 on rotation, 1 as a backup.
Yeah.
I guess better than normal crew. Like,
Yeah, we should definitely
Yeah.
get like a fighting crew now.
yeah,
I think we really should.
And as I said, we should have at least one group of Hurwaiti so we can refresh our era.
Well, it's like a
when we
ranged
need it.
group.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, Ockar, you spoke about your armor, but don't ever forget your shield.
No, the shield.
The shield's not being worked on yet. I still have to get the rest of the required parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to get those parts.
Yeah, that. I have one of them. I am not. The rest, I'm still waiting on.
Oh,
We
You
could
needed
try and
a-
find the Water of Hope.
What parts
That-
are you missing?
the
give me a
enchantment
s-
things.
Give me a
You
second.
need
I'm bringing.
Let him pull it
from a
up.
mine
It needs to be washed in
bringing
the
up my
Water of
notes.
Hope, and it needs a strike out of Dromi.
Which
inlaid
is
with the
basically
silver-
a difficult. The strikeout draw me is performing a difficult task with great effort.
And we
Otter
have the
feathers.
silver.
Yeah, I have the silver, and we need the monitor feathers.
Which you've got
And,
some research
uh,
into monitors going on.
Yeah.
We do have the piece of armor from your grandfather.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
We need to figure out what Water of Hope is.
Okay. Is this something we might be able to get in Bral space quickly? Or is this something that we'd have to get when we were in grey space?
So real fast.
Water.
So real fast. Water of Hope is basically up to your interpretation with my agreement.
I have
It's like
I have
have-
ideas on the Water of Hope thing. One of them requires like a desert sphere that has oases
Yes.
on it.
yeah, so I
Yep.
was thinking bringing water of hope is a very symbolic meaning
Or-
rather than
we watch it in the water of an oasis, which is
Yep.
Water of Hope. But I'm not sure if there are any desert planet, desert
well,
planetoids
there's
or
Rado,
asteroids. I'm
we-
talking about in Brawl Space.
yeah.
I'm not sure if there's anything like that in Brawl Space itself. The only place I know of is Rattle, and we could go there, but that is still quite a trip.
Yeah.
I need to figure out the modder stuff, which is I've contacted the Seekers to see if they could figure out stuff for that for me.
I mean, water of hope could potentially also be a holy water from deity associated with hope.
Or
Like
maybe the-
Tites with luck,
That
who would be hope.
Or maybe there's a celestial body called Hope.
Ald,
Yes.
would Baldur count as a god of hope?
Let me take a quick look.
I mean, we can all ask our respective deities. I mean, yeah, it's unique to yours, but I mean, you're doing it specifically for your thing. But if we had someone with hope, it might be something they would know or be specialized in.
I wouldn't say that Baldur is a deity of hope.
Would Ilmater be deity of hope?
Possibly.
Because the only
Yeah,
thing,
because he's suffering and stuff, isn't he? So it's the
Il-
hope of
Ilmater-
enduring.
Ilmater
because
is
the only thing I
also
know,
associated with Tyr.
the only thing that I know of that like is associated with like Norse mythology and Tyr is Vaughn, and Vaughn represents open Norse mythology, but it is also the literal slobber from Fenris Wolf. So I could like get it spit on by Fenrir.
Yeah, you're gonna go to like one of the outer planes, are you? Oh, that's something. You just reminded me. I need
That's
to
a
get.
dangerously stupid idea, though.
Well, no, because people can literally plan a travel.
No, the dangerously stupid idea is to go near Fenrir,
Yeah.
the eater of the gods.
Yeah,
The
but
wolf
that
of
could
the
just be
apocalypse.
like a deity-based god that takes the form of a wolf that could bite a limb. I'm
So-
being very pragmatic about your religion here.
Again, like to a certain extent, it may also be that you stumble across something
Yeah.
that you'll be in a situation where like you'll do something with water and you'll be like, oh hey, this water brings us hope. Will this work? Worth a
Yeah.
shot. So
Yeah.
Right now, my thought is I could go to Rattle and see if I can find an oasis.
It sounds to
Yeah.
me. It sounds
My
to me.
other
that-
idea is like find a god of hope and have a cleric of theirs make holy water, because then it would have been blessed by a god of hope. Otherwise, it's probably going to be based on the situation we're in.
Yeah, it sounds like we can't instantly get you those ingredients.
Yeah.
So it's not something to wait on then.
I need to look up one of my.
Well, I do need to wait on the research on the monitor so that I can more easily find a monitor as we travel.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I believe I had to talk to the company at Chalice about monitors as well, because they have contact with them.
they if anyone's going to have contacts with them, it would be the company, the Chalice.
Wait, I could see about talking to a priest of Ilmater.
I'm gonna talk.
Don't they follow God of Hope?
Well, it's a god of suffering, but there is an element of hope of like, you know, there's the hope of the suffering going away if you just endure it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, it's a situation of, is it a perfect fit? No. Might it work? It might.
I think
Another possibility is Lathander.
does he count?
A might.
He's a new dawn in Revelation, isn't he?
Yep.
And the dogma for Lathander is to strive always to aid, to foster new hope.
Bahamut could work, I think.
Neuralis for my Pantheon might work as well.
But just to point out that there are, since it's a matter of how you interpret what Water of Hope means, that something like that could work.
What was this enchantment meant to do again?
It's meant to make the shield more effective at defending against evil outsiders.
Alright. So look for, well, if you want to get holy water, look for something that fights against undead, maybe.
That's why I thought maybe Bahamut, since I believe that they also have hope as part of their thing.
I mean, again, there's a lot of possibilities.
I'll probably ask around at some of the churches in Bral if I can find like a Church of Ilmater or a Church of Bahamut on Bral.
You are not going to find a Church of Bahamut, that's for sure. You're not going to find I don't think there's a Temple of Ilmater. There might occasionally be traveling priests because of contact with realm space.
Then
what about Lathander?
Lathander would be the same situation as Ilmater.
Okay.
Figured a greater god would be.
Then I will do some asking around when I'm not doing anything else on Brawl to see if I can find a priest of Ilmater on Brawl.
Okay, so I mean, keep in mind, like you're in another sphere. You're not in realm space. If you were in realm space, it would be a lot easier to find a priest or temple of either of them.
I understand. I'm just gonna try.
Yeah. No, I was. It was like to the incredulous. He's a greater god. Shouldn't he be here? Kind of thing. It's the wrong sphere.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to stop into realm space on the way, I believe it is on the way. That might be something to consider.
That'll be something I'll suggest if I can't find a priest of Ilmater while waiting on research.
Yeah. I mean, Lafdul would like to spend a little bit of time at home because he hasn't been home. It's in realm space.
Of course,
a slight detour.
If we end up going to realm space for this, we'll of course do that too.
Well, keep in mind his home is not a place that you can land.
Yeah, I know. It would something you would have to do something in realm space while I'm doing it.
You would, I mean, like
Lafdul,
you would have to put down in something like Waterdeep. Lafdul would have to find the secret ships that occasionally sail to Evermeet.
I just go to the Imperial
Sail to Evermeet. The Imperial fleet does not ferry people to Bral. I mean, not Bral, to Evermeet.
Fair enough.
Is Evermeet even a spelljamming port?
Yeah, it is. It's just very awkward to get to. That's
it's
all.
An independent nation associated with the Elven Imperial Navy.
Yeah, because my brother is in the Elven Imperial Navy, so I'd want to meet up with him, and I'm wondering if I could stretch a few rules.
He wouldn't be on Evermeet, though.
Yeah. No, he'd be somewhere, I don't know where.
Right.
I will mention to Ockar, I mean, it may not specifically be what you're after, but there is one in my Pantheon, Neuralis, that is about suffering and, well, not necessarily about suffering, it's about easing suffering, passing on, easing pain and stuff. That's when we had Baloriana in our group, when we did the whole tree thing. I mean, they might be able to point you in the right direction, at the very least, if nothing else.
It's a which god?
Narala Salanor. I can go with you and introduce you. and...
I want to see if I can. I want to ask around, see if I can find a priest of Ilmater. If I can't, then I'll go with you to do that.
No, it's fine. I need to. Actually, it's something I'm going to bring up with Solas. Actually, a question. At some point, throughout the week, I will go to Solas and ask him about this plane shift scroll, and I need to do research on this. But I only have it for a scroll. I mean, you actually have the spell, right?
Was it
It's
wizard
Astral
spell?
5th level.
Cleric spell?
Yeah, plane shift. Because you actually have the spell, I think you'd be more in the know, as it were, than me reading from a scroll.
Which book is it on? As in a player's handbook or?
Plane shift is a player's handbook spell, yeah.
Yeah, it's some or Tom Magic, but yeah, it's a base game spell. Basically, what I'm asking for is, do you want to do something cooperatively? I mean, because I want to have this. I want to have one, but I'm only gonna. I just want it as a. We're in another dimension. I need to get back to the prime, so I just want it like a one-use thing. But otherwise, you would have the key after that.
So basically, you want us to research what kind of forked metal rod is required for to shift back to prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that since the metal fork is not used when the spell is cast.
Yeah, I mean,
but they are difficult to come by.
There is a research talk, and since we're in Bral, this is something we could be doing while we're in Bral. So before we leave, I need to look it up in the book. So I'd be doing this with you to help speed it along.
All right,
so
allows
a collaborative effort.
Let's see.
I think it's in the second pre-spell compendium book.
You're looking at weeks of research.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be reduced with 2 people?
No, I don't believe so.
Would my research proficiency help?
Yes, it would help to a degree.
I'm trying to think what page it's on. Because I'm just thinking this is the only opportunity we're going to get to actually get one of these is when we're in Bral. I just need to look at how many. I think it's like 3 weeks or something.
Let's see. It is.
Well, I'm on P. Oh, there we go.
3 weeks or 9 weeks, and I need to look to see what the difference is.
Yeah, 3 to 9. Yeah, I got up as well.
Okay. So yeah, it would be 3 weeks.
Would that be a good timetable for everyone then? If we try and get this done.
Can we? Would we be able to do that like while we travel?
We don't have the resources on our ship, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think we can make the metal fork on our ship.
It's 9 weeks?
3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. 3 weeks sounds fine to me.
Hang on.
Is it 3 weeks to make it? Research it, 9 weeks to make it, or?
No, it's 9 weeks if it's not familiar to you.
Oh, sorry, yeah, because obviously being on the prime,
yes,
we would be familiar.
Braxon.
Do we need to make the fork on our ship, or can we not buy a fork?
You need to find out exactly. They need to find out exactly what the precise shape and tuning frequency is for the fork, and then get it made. This is precise work.
And also what metal it is.
Yeah.
Since the metal type also dictates what the plane is you are shifting to.
Yeah, it's just, I wanted something for me personally, because I've got a scroll and I can't use it, basically, because I don't have a tuning fork.
So here's the problem. You've got a lot of stuff finishing in give or take a week, and then you have Ockar's armor, which is finishing in months.
Mm-hmm.
if you do this 3-week thing, then you have a lot of stuff finishing, and then you got to wait another couple weeks-ish, give or take.
How long would it be to make the fork after we manage to research it?
I'd have to decide on what it's made out of and everything.
Since I was thinking that we could do the research on the way while we travel, but then, for example, if we stop in a realm space, potentially commission the fork there while we have shore leave.
Silly question, but is it worth going around the magic shops to see if anyone's selling those forks?
It's not worth it. They're not going to.
Then whoever has them, if they know how to make them, they might part with one, or you might be able to commission them to make another.
The metal rod itself is pretty much non-magical, but
It needs to be
you
forged.
have to know the exact size and metal type.
Hey, Ockar.
Right.
Because we have that crucible of melting, and I have jewelry making. I mean, I don't really work with like hard metals. I work with like soft metals. I'm only doing like fancy stuff rather than smithing. Do you think I'm asking the GM this, but I'm saying it's to Ockar. Do you think we could get like the tools needed to do like a little forge setup on the ship or something? I mean, obviously we can't do this in the flow, but
No, you need a lot of space for that kind of thing, and it would you would need to reinforce the structure. You'd need a chimney. You'd need to dedicate a whole lot of space to it.
What about for casting then?
For casting? What?
Yeah, melting and just doing like cast.
Metal
something.
casting. It depends on what you're doing. All you really need is the melted metal and a mold.
Yeah.
But so it really depends.
Is...
It depends entirely on the size of the object you're casting.
I mean, gold can be tempered. Not tempered. It can be worked when it's not really heated up because it's such a soft metal. I just need it to be cast into.
If you bring along molds, and you're talking about something the size of like a key.
Yeah.
Then you've got everything you need. So you're fine.
Yeah, this is something that I would like to, I guess, buy clay or sand to make the molds.
You need to make the molds off your ship, and then.
Yeah, I mean, if I can't help Solas with the research, then maybe this be some of the things that I'd be doing.
Do we need this tuning fork before we go to grey space?
No, he wants it as a just in case.
It's an emergency backup because Leva ended up in another.
First of all,
dimension.
Hold on. Number one, if you have a question for me, ask me straight up. Don't ask another player and then be like, this is a question for the GM. Actually, just straight up ask me out of character. It's fine.
I was trying to cross the
I know. I
of
understand.
role-playing.
It's just clearer for me. When there are questions, just for everyone, please just be clear to who you're asking, what you're asking, and stuff like that. There's no need to try to navigate through trying to role play it out, unless that's the whole point. Is stuff everyone knows and you're role playing out, questioning things like that. That's fine. But if it's straight up just figuring out how to do things, just straight up ask them out of character. It's fine, and just be clear, kind of thing. It just is easier and faster. So since you want to get the tuning fork to get back to the prime material plane, yes, you can research on your ship. You've got the materials for that because it is just getting back. It is a well-known plane. It is your own plane. You're correlating information and figuring out things and doing some experimentation. It's fine. To make the tuning fork, you need a master craftsman.
I have not one.
And I mean, Ockar's Ockar's an armor smith anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
basically, we would either do that on Bral or in a port we visit in another crystal sphere.
Mm-hmm.
When you say master craftsman, I'm sorry, carry on, Braxon. I interrupted you.
Well, I just meant if we're going to Grey Space anyway, and you find out how to do this before we get to Grey Space, when we go to Grey Space, we can make one of our stop up for a port to commission the tuning fork, and then once you commission the tuning fork, we can do some other stuff and then come back and get it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm just trying to work out
If we need to do this on Bral, yeah.
What we need to do before we leave, because we will die if we don't have it, and what we can do in Grey Space.
Well, it's a backup.
So
Yeah.
what I would also suggest is like let's also focus on what you want to do here on Brawl, and figuring out what you can do, what you have to do on Brawl, and what you can do while traveling or elsewhere. That's fine, and not in this session, but like in between this session and next, I would like you guys to discuss where you want to go when you leave Brawl, that you can do along the way to Grey Space, because that is basically your next destination overall.
That depends on
Is it?
certain things that happen.
That depends on
Brawl.
lava and stuff.
Well, Leva is not going anywhere until she has her papers, and she's not going anywhere.
They're going to be done.
And she will go where the papers lead her to. If that's Great Space, then fine. If it's not, then it's fine too.
Okay.
She did at some point agree to maybe make a detour for Ockar stuff, but that's all she's prepared to do at the moment.
Right.
Okay.
What I intend to do is going to depend on how this whole looking around in Brawl thing goes.
All right.
Yeah, we can only do so much planning when we don't have the pieces in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but like you already know where in Grey Space you want to go. Like Ockar's waiting for more detailed information. Like you could up and go right now, hypothetically, because you have enough information to do that. What I meant is, like, there was talk about stopping by in Realm Space and doing something, and maybe you find some more information about Leva that you want to do on the way too. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Unless there's a lot of dallying, you're gonna get all this information when we come back from the break. So.
Yeah. When it comes to the Realm Space thing, I might not insist on going anywhere if I can get what I need here on Brawl.
Right. I'm just saying that there was some talk about that.
Term.
There was some talk about that, and I don't want to commit to anything right now because you're waiting on information. But I do want, once you get that information, you start thinking about going places to decide where you want to go and why.
That's fair.
There's one thing Braxon might want to do on Bral, which is a bit out there, but he could do it later as well. I was thinking of Braxon asking. Braxon doesn't know how long that fly works for, so I was thinking of him asking for the watch for permission, even though he hasn't broken the rules about bringing Scaver to Bral, to go Scaver hunting, and ask Ockar to have a telescope and look out for him having the fly stop working and go rescue him with Behemoth and tow him back.
Fair enough.
Or something.
I mean, you could also, like, once you get underway, just hop on the fly and fly above the deck until it runs out.
You got the sundial, so you can just use that and measure how long it lasts.
Yeah, I guess so.
We have the perfect timekeeper.
Yeah, quite literally.
The magic sundial.
All right, but it is about time for us to take our break. So yeah, what?
Didn't Leva? I can't remember. Did you say the thing you wanted to do, or Because you were said an interjection a while ago.
That was that because you were talking about 3 weeks and going there, and she was going to say no.
Oh, right,
She
yeah.
was going to. She was going to put the foot down and say what she said.
All right.
She
Well.
she will, however, use some of the time or all of the time, aside from this, to research her robe. She wants to know what the robe can do and what it can't do, and why it didn't take her back.
All right. We'll handle that when we get back from the break.
All right.
All right.
All right. So we'll step away for about 10 minutes, everyone. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we will be right back. See you shortly.
On the other side.
See you then.